Have you ever wondered how ordinary people are making thousands in profit by simply attending tax-defaulted property auctions? Today, I'll reveal the inside secrets to bidding like a pro and securing incredible deals. For example, my recent student from Toronto, Canada, her name is Rupi, did exactly as I've just mentioned, and she traveled to the state of Michigan to attend tax-defaulted property auctions and observe the auctions. She observed many auctions. Bottom line, she made $48,000 on her first deal. Folks, you don't know what you don't know, so go and watch those auctions. I'm compelled to tell you, this is not a start a new business, make $1 million overnight. If you're starting with nothing, you're going to work hard to make this business or any business a success. Ask yourself, are you willing to invest your efforts to accomplish and receive the big rewards this business can produce? In the first half of my life, I spent my working days teaching people how to fly commercially and privately. I can assure you, a person cannot learn to fly an airplane by reading a book. It's a hands-on skill. I feel the same way about tax-defaulted property auctions, and I find those who accept and embrace coaching and then accelerate their skills by attending live auctions to observe and practice, those are the folks that make the money. These are the people who will be the biggest wealth generators in this business. So welcome back. I'm Ted Thomas. I've been involved as an investor and a guide and a teacher in the tax lien certificate and tax defaulted property auctions for more than 2 decades. Most people don't even know this business exists. This video series will help you make safe, secure investments. Tax defaulted real estate is sold at public auctions across the United States. There is over 3,000 counties and over 5,000 auctions. The state legislature in all 50 states mandates that all real estate property owners must pay property tax. The legislature formulates the statutes, that's the laws, and they push them down to the local county board of supervisors or county commissioners to do the execution. By law, the local tax collector will lien and then levy the defaulted property owner. If no property tax payment is received, the treasurer is mandated by law to confiscate the real estate and then auction the real estate at a public auction. The starting bid at the auction is only the delinquent back taxes, which could be as low as 10 cents or 20 cents on the dollar. Imagine you buying tax defaulted property at auction with a 60%, 70, or even 80% below the tax assessed value. This is happening in over 5,000 tax defaulted property auctions nationwide. I teach this little-known investment business for off-market, deeply discounted real estate. Expect hundreds of auction properties in your state. There's plenty for everyone. This is a business of abundance. Don't get into a bidding competition with others. There's always another property, and there's always another auction where you can earn a profit. In this business, you make your money when you buy at the auction. You get paid your earnings after the sales process, cashing your profit checks at the local bank. Let the other bidders have the contested real estate. For sure, you have a large margin between your purchase price and the hoped-for selling price. Bidding at auction is not complex, but be careful. The competitive bidder may own a property in that neighborhood or in that area or even next door. The competitive bidder will probably bid up to as much as the retail comparable value. Why would they do that? Because they have relatives who want to live in the neighborhood. Property auctions are conducted by the county officials. The responsibility lies with the treasurer. Each auction is a local auction. Expect many locals to attend. The rules for the auction are made by the state and they are executed by the treasurer. The treasurer is the only government official that I know of that is authorized to change the auction rules. You should listen and watch closely. There are times when the treasurer will decrease the price as much as 50 and even all the way up to 90%. I've seen treasurers drop the prices 90%. Now, why would they do that? Because the government wants and needs revenue to survive. The government does not want that not-so-hot real estate. The government does want the property off the default list and back on the active tax roll, which is a list of people who honorably pay their taxes. The treasurer controls all this, so pay attention. Unfortunately, common sense is not so common. How do you know when to stop bidding? Certainly, before you attend the auction or enter the auction room, you should have planned where to stop your bidding. This requires discipline. The auction process starts with boots on the ground. Only educated speculators bid on properties they have not seen and evaluated the property's condition, or someone they trust has evaluated the condition. It's not just knowing the condition, the bidder must also know and understand the neighborhood. The next buyer will see the neighborhood before they see the property. For example, a good property in a bad neighborhood may be very difficult to resell. Keep in mind, you make your money when you buy at the bargain price. I cannot stress enough how important it is to understand the property's conditions, the neighborhood condition, and conduct your due diligence. What is due diligence? Checking the county records for encumbrances and other burdens like liens and judgments and easements. Auctions are buyer beware. Municipal liens and federal liens, unlike mortgages and deeds of trust loans, which the treasurer will delete or eliminate, municipal and other liens remain attached to the property. Federal liens remain attached to the property. This business requires due diligence and boots on the ground. Is the property landlocked? What are the easements? Can the neighbor run his 18-wheel trucks across your new purchase? Bidders must research the county public records. This due diligence step is important. Tax defaulted auctions also sell agricultural lands, grazing lands, crop lands, buildable land. Buyers should determine, is there water available? Is power available? What is the zoning? Is there a history of flood? Is the property drainable? Auctions come in all sizes. Some are big, some are small. I've registered and bid at the Los Angeles County auction, where there were over 2,000 people in attendance and over 2,500 properties to auction. In rural counties in upstate New York, I've attended auctions with only a few dozen people. It's not unusual, however, for 200 to 400 people to attend. That is, they show up. However, my experience reveals that only 20% of these looky-loos actually bid at the auction. Most people believe auctions are a great place for bargains, and the auction that they are attending is their chance to make a great deal. Most people want to win the auction, and they do so by continuing to bid. That is, outbidding what is a realistic price that leaves margin to resell. These people lose money and lots of it. Once again, auctions require boots on the ground. Complete your analysis and estimate comparable properties before you attend the auction. Selling is the most important part of the whole process. If you don't know your selling price, be honest with yourself. If you can't assure a profit from the sale, don't bid. You will have regrets if you do. In this business, you make your money when you buy, and you get paid the difference between the purchase price and your sales price. If there's no margin, you will lose your assets. A common question is, how do I avoid overbidding? The answer is by doing your homework before you attend the auction. Prayer is not a good business strategy. Keep in mind, real estate is not a love story. I've listened to dozens of bidders. They tell me how they outsmarted the bidders at the auction. If that's the case, what's really happening? Well, I'm not so sure. I wonder why I don't see those bidders return to the next auction. Maybe they made so much money they retired, or maybe they spent so much money they've gone broke. Don't overbid. If you lose your assets, you've lost your capital. That's not good sense. Set your top price when you're away from the auction and you're not excited, and you are aware when it's all said and done that you'll still have car payments to make, you'll still have your mortgage to make, and you'll have a family to take care of. Don't overbid. Keep your money. Anyone can win the auction. It takes an educated, well-trained, savvy, disciplined person to make money at tax defaulted auctions. The great stock market investor from Omaha, Nebraska, his name was Warren Buffett. He said it all, and he said it simply. Education eliminates risk. Before you raise your hand or your bidding paddle, set your maximum bid, and know your limits. If you need help getting started, I can, and my coaches, who are all experienced at avoiding obstacles, can show you the ropes and how to profit. We have complete training programs that start with foundational material and are completed with hand-holding at auctions. I will end this video with a quote from Harvey Mackay. He was the author of Swim with the Sharks. It was a best-selling book. He made this statement: dig your well before you are thirsty. I interpret that to mean preparation is everything. Don't miss out on this game-changing opportunity. See you on the next video.